Yo, what's up? What's up? This is another episode of Straight Talk No Chaser. I am your host, L. Gregory, aka Lee Knows, accompanied by my boy.
Live
What's
from the
good?
5280 man here, John Alvarado from Colorado. What's up? What is up,
Man,
bro?
that energy, bro. That's what we need. That's the energy we need. Like,
I
but
dig it.
the energy that we need every single day can be quite challenging because it is difficult to perform at a high level every single day. There's something that a lot of people experience and may talk about in different ways, but it's the pressure of being a high performer and elite
Oh,
at what you do every single day, or the pressure that you face from holding down your family every single day that weighs heavy on you, man. That's what we going today with it, bro. That's what we
damn.
going.
Damn, that's good, man. And you know what? I will say this too. When you skip a day, which is very rare, right? If you even think about skipping a day,
Mm-hmm.
bro, every single day has its own pressure. Every day. And if you don't get up and show up,
Yeah.
people wonder why. Hey, you're letting a lot of people down here just by not fixing the car, or just by not going to the grocery store, or by not doing the duty of going out back and trimming hedges or mowing the lawn. Or, bro, you don't realize that stuff is so, you would think that it's so small, but it's not.
It's not. And ladies and gentlemen, we as men, we have different duties. All right. And for you immature people, we have different responsibilities. Let me rephrase that. Like my wife asked me the other day, like, why are you so grumpy? I don't mean to be grumpy. I said I have a lot of things on my mind. No, actually, I said I have a lot of shit on my mind, which I owe, like being a provider, a protector, the king of the castle, a high performer. At whatever I touch, I have nonstop responsibilities and things that in my head that need to be done out here that I have to constantly cycle through. You know,
Mm,
if if something's wrong with the house, I have to make sure it gets fixed. I
yep.
have to make sure that I get, I provide food, shelter. I pay for all the bills. I have to make sure if the car has a flat, I get the flat fixed. I have to make sure that I'm performing at a high level at my job to make sure that I'm getting acknowledged and rewarded accordingly because I want my time to be the reward. I want them to value me for my time, not for the work that I do. Value
Oh,
me for the time that I put in here. So I have to make sure that everything that I touch is like wrapped, signed, sealed, and delivered. That I put a stamp, if that makes sense. So it's an immense amount of pressure, and pressure does two things, John. It does two things. Pressure can either crush you like a bug if you
oh,
let it,
oh,
or or it could create a diamond.
yep. Dude, that's so true, right? Because you're either going to step up, you're going to figure it out, or to your point, you're going to go running scared. Now,
100%.
here's the kicker, man. I want to talk a little bit about why, meaning why we choose one way or another, right? Because you and I are very, very high performing men. Here's the deal. We have no choice, bro. There's not a choice to do the other, right? But what I'm saying, and I had this conversation the other day where I was saying, if you have a choice, if you have a cushion or a safety net or a pillow to fall on that you won't hurt yourself, you'll do that. Oh, I'm not worried about it. Oh, it's okay. I'll make it up next month. It's not a problem. I don't have that cushion, bro. And meaning, even if I did, I would still operate this level. I don't want to disappoint myself, dude. That's the first thing, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
first thing for me is I don't want to disappoint me, but the second thing is I've got people relying on me. I've got way too many people relying on me, bro. And to your point, right? I'll even say this, you have a little son and you have an older son and you have kids, you
Mm-hmm.
have a huge family, right? And if the car breaks down, guess what? They can't go nowhere. they're not safe. The tire gets flat on the highway, they're not safe. That's where my head goes, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Same as that. Like if we had some kids the other day, um, knock on the door and run away. I live in the middle of a block. Like you specifically chose my house. So
Yeah.
my son is a teenager. You know what I mean? So I don't play teenage games.
Yep.
So automatically, uh, my dear old friend Mr. Smith and Wesson came out.
Yep.
I don't play knock and run. I don't do that. My wife's, why do you pull your gun out? Because I don't play these games. I don't
Right.
come from a world where we play these. If you knock on my door, it's either because two things: either you're the cops or we have issues. I
Mm-hmm.
I don't do knock and run.
Right.
I don't do that. So I automatically I'm the protector
You're
because
the
if something
protector.
happens, if somebody bangs on the door and tries to break in or something like that, I mean, God forbid, knock on some wood, I'm the protector.
That's instant pressure, dude, that
That's
that you must go against.
I have no option but to defend my household. And the way that I think, the way my mind is, I react first and think later.
Mm-hmm.
So God forbid something bad happens out here in the dangerous towns of Utah. God forbid. God forbid something happens, but that's something that I have to deal with to protect my family. Like, and then like professional. Let's just go professional.
Yeah.
To be the provider for an entire family. I prayed for it. I prayed
Mm.
for this, but is a post that's going around from a movie from Bruce Almighty, right? When Morgan
Okay.
Freeman was talking to Bruce's wife, he said, "When you pray to God for patience, He gives you things to be patient about."
Yep. I remember this.
Right? So when I prayed to God for a family, and it took time. You never get what you pray about. You never get it right away. You know, you get things when they're supposed to happen.
That's
So
right.
when I prayed for a family, he gave me the family, but he has to show me what having a family is about.
Ooh.
That there's going to be challenging times, there's going to be, disagreements, there's going to be all this thing in a melting pot mixed together that you have to now encompass
Yes.
on top of everything that you have to encompass at your professional job, at your work, because you have to. Well, they say don't bring your personal to your profession. You have to separate the two, and it's a thin line, my friend. It's a
It
thin
is.
line to separate your profession and your personal.
Yes.
Because if shit ain't going right at home, now you got to come to work with that on your conscience and be a high level performer still.
Oh,
Nobody gives a shit at your job that you're going through a tough time at home. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's only what can you do for me now? You're a high
damn.
level performer, Lonnie. You better put those numbers. Put up those numbers. When you going through something at home, oh man, sorry to hear that. You're down on this. We need to put
Right.
this back up.
Right.
You know what I'm
Sorry
saying?
to hear that. Move on. Bro, I'll say this too, man. You just hit it on the head. You talked about praying for a family, getting that level, right? Getting that dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, I don't believe that there is a way you cannot perform at a high level. You can't half-ass this shit. I'm sorry. You cannot do it. Now, can you have character building days, as you like to call them? Yes, 100%. Right. But the truth is, you can't live in that space for very long.
No,
I mean, now I'll get it. You can walk through mud and you can keep walking through the mud and you can keep walking, getting your butt kicked every day. But guess what, dude? Your kids are looking at you to give them the answers they need to make it through this life. So if you're not feeling it, you still have to, guess what? You're still dad. Still got
100%.
to get up, man. You still got to get at them and go, you know what? And you're not going to tell them you don't feel like it, but you're going to go, here's where I'm at in whatever circumstance it is. He's a high level performer all the time. And you know what? There's this quote, dude. It's very simple. Nobody cares. Work harder.
Right on the head, my friend. It's 100%. Your kids watch everything that you do. They don't listen to everything that you say. They watch everything that you do. And I'll take it a step further and dive a little deeper with it. It's an immense amount of pressure because of the upbringing. You know,
Mm.
I didn't grow up with all this. I didn't grow up with all this. I seen this coming because this is what I say. I'll repeat it again. If you want to say manifested, this is what I manifested. This is what I prayed for. Some people pray to God, which I do every day, and then some people just pray to the universe. That's manifestation.
Yep.
I do both every single day. But I bought this into my life. I wanted to be a multiple six-figure earner. You ask me right now if I'm a millionaire, I'm gonna tell you yes. The money's just not in my account yet.
Boom.
Absolutely,
Boom.
the money's just not in my account yet. Yes, I am. I am. I live like I am. I do things that I know I'm supposed to do. I don't. It was years ago where I saw, on my way working up. Everybody has their holy wife beaters, at home that your comfortable wife beaters.
Yes. Yes.
This person that I was talking to looked at me and just ripped it off. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you wearing holy wife beaters? I'm at home. You're too good of a person. You work too hard of, at what you do to even have a wife beater with a hole in it.
Boom.
It doesn't matter if you're relaxing at home or not. You're too good of a person. And it hit me. It hit me like, holy sh! You're right. You're right. You're right. Like I would walk around with holes in my socks. Like you're right. I don't care if I'm home. Like you're right. So live how you want to live. Live how you want to live. Don't live outside your means. That's two different things.
Yep.
Don't spend more than you have coming in. That's how you become extra broke.
Yep.
That's how you lose money. You have to make more than you're letting out. I was always taught to make sure that you pay for your mortgage, your rent, your car.
There we go.
You need a roof and you need a vehicle. Your cell
Yep.
phone is optional.
Yep.
The cell phone is optional. But coming from where I grew up, I never want to go back there. Never. I know what that feels like to be at the bottom. I know what it feels like to have nothing. I know what it feels like to be in a war zone as a child.
Damn.
And I'm not exaggerating. A legit war zone as a child. I
Yeah.
know what it feels like to wake up to cows mooing. When I was younger, it was gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it feels like. So why would I want to go back there? So it is an immense amount of pressure to make sure that I never see that again because only thing it takes is one mistake.
Oh yeah.
All
Sadly
the
enough, it's
years,
once, dude.
right?
It's
All the years you put in, all the years you busted your ass, all the years you put in of hard work, all the years you did all these things to make sure you stayed away. It only takes
mm.
one mistake to land you right back to where you don't want to go. Pressure, bro.
Damn, that's good, man. And I think that's what we talk about, right? It's we're so against the wall that there's no room for error. And I will also take one step further on this too, bro. It's the relationship you have with yourself. You just talked about it. Holy wife
Mm-hmm.
beaters. I'm at home. I'm comfortable. I can walk around in my flip flops and my basketball shorts and my this and my. But what we don't realize, bro, is the subconscious doesn't know the difference. So
True.
if you're suited and booted at work, then you come home and put on your holy sweats and your holy universe and your brain, your subconscious does not know the difference. So now it sees two different people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, at home, he just wants to look like this. But if your boss rolled up to your door, knocked on the door, and you opened it, and you're in your trash gear, are you gonna feel okay? Are you gonna be good with that, or are you gonna be like, damn, this is not who I am? Again, you're now playing with two different sides. And I'm sorry, is the guy at home chilling? Is he at high octane? Is he ready for the pressure? If something went down and you're in your comfortable clothes, are you ready? Or are you just like, and you might be, bro. This is the thing. You might be 100%. But what's your brain telling you? What
Right.
what is your what is your subconscious going? Hey, at home, we don't have to be ready. for anything. I don't have to be ready for nothing. Dude, if I'm at home, and this is quite often because my job is remote, don't you know that I still get up and I still get ready and I'm still 100%. When I come down here to work, I am
Mm-hmm.
ready. I'm ready. And most people are like, "Oh, all I do is roll out of bed in 5 minutes, brush my teeth, and wipe the slop out of my eyes, and I'm downstairs in my office doing my work." I'm like,
Mm-mm.
"And you have a productive day that way?
Mm. I
Or are
literally
you
just had this
you're in your
conversation.
jammies and you expect to actually have a good day?"
Literally just had this
But
conversation.
there's too much pressure to not do everything at a high level, even when you don't feel like it.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should be like in like silk pajamas while you're chilling at
No,
home. That's not that's
no,
not what I'm saying.
no, absolutely not.
I'm not saying that you should be in designer pajamas or something. That's not what I'm saying at all. John, you hit it right on the head. So thank you for clarifying that. But it's exactly that. It's that pressure that we face every single day. And women, you face different types of pressure. But I can't talk or speak on that because I don't know what that feels like.
Mm,
Right. The only thing I can speak on is what it takes and what we go through as men. I could relate to a
yes,
man and the pressure that we feel because we go through the same things if you're a high level performer, because anybody that's in your circle should be a high level performer. They
boom,
should be performing like you, better than you, or on the or on a level that you want to be at later on in life that you can't
true,
even touch right now. Right? So
true,
you should never be with a low level performer. And if you are, they should be working to get to the level that you're at. If no one is moving in the same direction as you, you need to make sure you disconnect yourself from them. Now, I don't
love
want to
that.
say I don't want to say disassociate because they may be a good person. They may be a great person. Disconnect yourself. Cut the tie so they could
Yeah,
go their way and you could keep walking your way. Because if they're connected to you, they may drag you to a certain direction you're not supposed to go into
mm,
as a high level performer. Everybody performs differently. Everybody reaches goals at a different rate. If you reach the goal at the same time, then that's perfect. But everybody reaches goals at a different rate.
true.
I have family that who are already millionaires. Why aren't you one? Because it's not my time yet.
Not my time yet.
It's not my. It's coming.
It's coming.
I
Yes, don't get it twisted.
can't wait to call my bank, speak to my accountant, and Lonnie, you have, and I'm okay,
Okay.
but I won't be surprised because I put in the work and I perform my ass off every single day, every
Bro,
single day.
champions expect to win. And you know why they expect to win, bro? Because they're not surprised when they win because of the amount of work that they put into it. When you don't expect to win is when you half-ass it. What did we just talk about? Half-assing it, making cutting corners, doing all these things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, but then you get on the stage and you're telling everybody else to do it, but you know you haven't been living it. So that's when you go, I don't know if I did everything, I'm not sure. No, you stand on that stage, whatever stage that is, whether it's home life, whether it's work. Did you do everything you were supposed to do? Okay, then you expect to win.
100%.
Then you
And
expect to win.
the internet has people confused. The internet has people confused because they're making them feel pressure for the wrong things.
Yes.
They're making them feel pressure for the wrong things. I have to put out all this content in order to be successful. I need to be seen. I need to be noticed. I need to be, and I said this previously, if you work as hard as you're trying to be seen, you have no choice but to be noticed.
Boom.
It's not about pumping
Boom.
out. If I get these messages all the time. I'll put out our podcast. If you put out another podcast today, you could get X. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't do this for the notoriety. I don't do this or we don't do this to millionaire. No, we do this to hit that one ear that needs to hear it.
That's it.
And
That's it.
I say it all the time, John. You know what I say? There's somebody out there right now waiting for you to be the best version of yourself so they can become the best version of themselves.
Ooh,
There's somebody out there right now that needs to hear your story so they can tell theirs.
damn, dude.
Pressure.
I love that. I love that, man. And I just,
Pressure.
just thinking about it like this, anybody listening to this, they're gonna hear the parts in there we talk about, like you say, not having designer pajamas. Why can't I be relaxed at my home? Bro, I'll give you one example real fast. If you know, and you've known in the past, powerful leaders, people that are high octane all the time, and they're the CEO, CFO of the company, whatever, they're the big dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you see them dressed every day?
100%.
Suited and booted, right? And you know what's funny is in past years or whatever, going to just say corporate events that maybe it's a company picnic or something like that. It's on a Saturday. And guess what? The CEO comes in jeans and you're like, hey, you actually took it down a notch. That's pretty cool. Thank you for coming down to the average level to hang with the
Mm-hmm.
common folks. Bro, that's just because you never see that man off.
You
You
never see
never
them all.
see him, you just don't see him that way in that light. And so people are kind of like, whoa, wait a minute, what did you do? That's the example I mean, bro. I don't mean, like you said, I don't mean walking around designer sheets, designer clothes, designer in your house. It's not what I'm saying, but it's a mind state, bro. You got to
Mm-hmm.
get it yourself right and going, you know what? Am I going to have the best damn day ever? And if not, I better do all the things I need to do in order to make sure that I have the best damn day ever. You can't
Right.
control it. You can't control how the day goes, but you certainly can set your mind like you set your alarm the same way.
Right. The difference between those who are high level performers and those who just perform is that we do what we need to do, and those who just perform do what they want to do.
Mm. Oh,
Like I have no options. You have no options.
right.
There's things that I want to do, but I can't because I have
But you
things that I
can't.
need to do.
Right.
Is like just to throw it out there. There's a car that I want to buy. I look at it almost every day. I can't though
You
because
get.
it's not time yet.
That time.
It's other things I need to do. There's other
Yep.
things I need to do. So
Yep.
it's us instilling this in our children as well. There are things that you want in life that you can't have right now. Don't get upset. Why are you getting mad? Because you can't have it. Don't you have other things? Weren't you gifted other things in life?
Mm.
Life will give you what you need right now. The things that you want will come. But first, take care of the needs. Take care of the
Yes.
needs, and the wants will come later. Let's when you go to professional. Let's talk. Let's switch it to professional real quick. When you're hired for a job, you automatically agree to perform at a certain level. If you
Boom.
don't, you're written up. You're already put on a 90-day probation,
Yep.
saying, "Hey, sir, ma'am, we're going to watch you for 90 days. If you don't perform at the level that we think is appropriate, then we're going to let you go. You have to stay there for an X amount of hours to receive a paycheck for your time there. Stop being comfortable being paid for your time there.
Mm.
Start getting uncomfortable so you can get paid for your value there. It's a different type, it's a different level. It's a different level. This is what I mean by high performers. High
Yes.
performers. We get paid for our value. We get paid for I work harder on myself than I do at my job. That's how everybody should be performing. Work harder on yourself than you do at your job. Oh, that's not, you ever hear it? That's not my job. So, hey, can you do this for it? That's not my job.
Mm.
That's your problem.
That's your problem.
That, that right there. That's your problem.
And that's why you'll quit under pressure.
Everybody's happy when they get yeses. Who doesn't love a yes?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have yes? Can I yes? Can yes? No. What? When you're
Yes.
faced with adversity, that's when the true you will come out.
Bro, there's a quote on that says, pay attention, or it's actually not pay attention. It's you don't truly know somebody until you tell them no.
Absolutely.
That's when you know, because how they respond to you
Hmm.
is, and actually how you respond too,
Hmm.
right? It's both sides. How they respond to you after you tell them no, or if you get told no, how do you respond?
Yep.
Right. And so it's next level, bro, to your point, right? It's just it's we're staying on this topic of high performing and pressure. It's just because of the fact that you don't value yourself enough to go through that pressure and that pain and that struggle and the long game instead of instant gratification. Can you stick
Yeah.
with it? Right. You just said there's a certain car you want to buy, but you're not about instant gratification. You're about, you know what? It will happen when the time is right. When it's supposed to happen, it will
Yeah.
happen.
I'm
Bro,
about.
it's no different. I just thought about this too. I was thinking to myself, you know what's funny is the amount of pressure that you and I face every day.
Mhm.
What if somebody came to you and said, "Hey, Lonnie, let's go to Bali right now. You have 24 hours to decide if you and your wife you can go with us. Ready, go." Bro, it doesn't work that way,
It doesn't
right?
work that way.
Because of the fact that you have so much in your kingdom and your empire that you must take care of. You can't just drop everything and go. You just can't.
I can tell you the immediate answer in my head is like, oh, absolutely. But then the adult in me, the high performance in me is like,
Mm,
well,
wait a
I have
minute.
this to do, I have that to do. What does this trip come with? Are we getting is it
Yes.
all inclusive? Are you paying for
Yes.
me to go? Like how much is the
Yes.
trip?
See? See? That's it. I'm so glad we did that example just now. Because that puts it in perspective for people. We're not just saying it, be a high performing person. This is when you're faced with this stuff, this is the kind of thing you have to think about.
Because I'm blessed. Me and my best friend were just talking about it. I'm blessed enough to be able to go to Bali if somebody wants to go the last minute. But it's like how much?
How
Just because
much?
I got it don't mean I want to spend it. Like
Yep. Are
I'm
the
blessed.
kids come? Are the kids allowed to come? Well,
Right.
I got kids, right? So I don't really have places to drop them all off at. So can they come with me or not? Right? Wifey, what about the wifey? Is the wifey good to go? I mean, how's she feeling, bro? There's just way too much
And
that you at least have to go through.
I want to touch on that real quick because being a high performer, someone who does things at a high level with numerous thoughts in their brain and making sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, we cannot forget about the people that we love.
Boom,
We cannot.
boom.
If you're going to be a high performer, you have to be a high spouse, a high performing spouse, a high performing lover, a high performing significant other. And this is something that a lot of us struggle with, including myself. I struggle with the balance of it, the
Yeah,
balance, because there's certain things that happen where I work so hard to fix and make sure that it's okay. That when it doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, then I tilt towards like, y'all work too hard for this, man.
yes,
I work too hard for this, and then I am not taking into consideration on how my spouse may feel at certain times where I should be. But we have to make sure that we perform on high levels, right?
yeah.
And the caveat is we have to make it seem like it's not an issue for us.
Mm,
Like all these thoughts that we're letting out for you right now, ladies and gentlemen, these are all thoughts that men keep inside.
yes, yes.
We they keep it inside. We keep it inside. We don't let it out. We make it seem like it's nothing. It's nothing to do what we do. You barely see men cry. You barely if we are upset is please believe we're upset at more than what just happened because it's a train of things coming in our mind that goes behind what just happened. So if an issue happened at home, why are you upset? Please believe I'm upset at what just happened. I'm upset at what happened an hour ago. I'm upset at what happened 2 days ago. I'm upset at what happened at my job. It's all these things because our emotions are connected. Like, yo, I can't believe this. I got to
Yeah,
go through this at home and at work. So that's what
yeah.
we're thinking. That's what
Pressure.
we're thinking. But we have to remember to keep being a high performer at home as well. So I implore you to work on that as well. If you want to be a high performer, it has to be full circle, full circle. And I'm a student of that game because I need work. I need to work on that.
Damn, dude, that's good. That's so good. And you're 100% right, bro. And I'll just, as we land this plane, man, I'll just say that you end up putting yourself in a position where you must win.
Yeah.
In order to put yourself in that position, you have to realize that all of the things that are going to happen in the process are just like what you said in the beginning, going to squeeze you like a grape, or
Yep.
they're going to squeeze you into a diamond. You have that decision to make. But the bottom line is, man, is that if you don't feel that you're ready for that,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, it comes with it. I mean, you can't. This is the thing, bro. I'll never sit up here and be like, oh, well, then you shouldn't do it. No, because this is the thing. I think every man should be tested. I think we should all be tested, bro.
100%.
It's part of it. It's part of what we go through, but it makes us better men. You and I can't sit here with all this with all this experience based off of nothing.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. I've got stories upon stories. And why do you think, man, when you were younger and you sat with the older folks and they were telling you
Mm-hmm.
story upon story upon story upon story, and you're like, damn, why do you have all these stories? Now you're
Yep.
starting to understand why we have all these stories because we've been through it. Kids today don't understand that, but we've been there. Trust us when
Yep.
we tell you we've been there and we can help you so that you don't make the same mistake and you could actually avoid this windy road. Are you still going to have tests? Hell yeah, you're going to have tests. We can't
Every
we
day.
can't save you from everything, but we can certainly tell you, hey, just so you know, where you if you go down this road, this is what happens. You go down this road, this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and test my theory. Come back and sit with me in 6 months and let me know if I was right. I guarantee you I am.
100%. And I'll end it with this. My daughter is a high performer. Those who
I love
know me know
that.
my daughter is extremely high performer because she has a high performing dad and a high performing mother. For 12 years, she has been flawless with her grades. Up until recently, she had psych,
Oh,
right? The teacher told her automatically only 20% of the kids in this class pass, 80% fail.
interesting.
Dang. So I'm automatic as an adult, I'm like, is it the curriculum or is it the teacher?
Right.
Because if 80% of failing, okay, we'll get into that another time. She's struggling. Normally, when she finds a challenge, she figures it out. After 12 years of being A plus, A's, honor roll, AP classes, all this stuff, she fails a class.
Whoa.
Broke down, distraught. Her mother's upset. I'm like, how? Why? Like
Yeah.
all these thoughts. But it's the pressure of a teenager
Wow.
who is a high performer. She called me, voice trembling, because she just heard it from her mom. I'm not going to give you that same energy because you already got it. I'm going to let you speak, let you tell me why. I'm going to listen intently because I may be illiterate, but I can read between the lines.
Yep.
As soon as I hear I tried, I know you didn't try your hardest.
Mm,
When you want something in life, there is no try. There's only do or do not. If you try to go to work, there's a slight possibility you may not make it.
yep.
My big brother always told me, don't try because if you try, there is room for failure. Only do.
Total facts.
We as adults tend to forget sometimes the pressures of our children. A teenager is told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, where to do it, why they should do it, and they better do it right. That is
Pressure.
an immense
That's
amount of
pressure.
pressure.
That's pressure.
Like I said, pressure could do two things. It can either crush you if you let it, or it can create a diamond. I told my daughter, you needed As much as I don't want to say it, you needed to fail so you can know what it feels like.
Oh, so good.
You've been perfect for 12 years. That is a long time.
12-0, baby. 12-0 until then.
You needed to feel what failure feels like so you can learn from it. Just because you fail, it doesn't make you a failure.
Damn.
You need to learn what this does to you, what the outcome is going to be next. God is going to give you, or whoever you believe in is going to give you all these things that equals up to pressure. It's going to get stacked on your shoulders. Just take one step at a time. Let the pressure build. See what it feels like. But you keep moving. I'm still proud of you. But now you know what it feels like. If you think I haven't failed, there's been times where lights have been cut off in my house.
Yes.
There's been times
Yes.
where I've stole food to feed you.
Yes, bro.
Pressure. The level that you want to be on, the level that you see yourself on, is only going to become more challenging as life goes, as the older you get, and you're going to get hit with new pressures. You may pass and you may go another 12-0, but you'll never forget this one fail
That's right.
because it's
That's
going
right.
to make sure that you are not trying to do anything.
Oh,
That if you want to pass in the future, you will only do the outside distractions. You have to disconnect from them. When it's time to work, it is time to work. In sports, we say you practice how you play. Class is only practice. Real life is how you play.
mm,
So
mm.
if you're distracted in class, you're going to be extra distracted in real life. Cut
That's
the
right.
distractions out. So when you practice in class, when it comes time for you to reach that goal and that level that you're supposed to be at, you'll be nothing but a high performer. So on that note,
Bro, good, man.
on that
So
note,
good.
this is the difference of a high performing parent and an average parent. I don't scold, I don't hate, I don't do any of that stuff that was done to me because you have to continue to change the narrative in
And
order to
this
be
is
a go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say this is perfect, bro, because you know what else we do as high performers? We do not indulge in the
Oh,
devil's juice.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
This
The
is
devil's
water.
juice.
My boy has his drink going on over there, which is a what would you call that, bro?
It's a
Mental
mindset drink. It's a mental
mindset drink.
mindset drink. It takes away
Yes.
the mental cloudiness, gives me more sharper mindset, and keeps you on my toes.
But as we cheers to this, bro, I'll say this, man. Who would we be if we were cheersing alcohol right here, uh,
Right,
trying to give this advice to
right.
people?
Be a high performer. Sip on this.
Sip on this. Sip on my bourbon and my whiskey. Right?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
bro. It's next
But
level, bro.
next
Next level.
level. Hey, cheers, bro.
Cheers.
This has been another episode of Straight Talk, No Chaser.
Smooth.
Until next time, I am your host, L. Gregory, aka Lee Nose, accompanied by my boy.
It is Mr. John Alvarado from Colorado. Thank you all so much for joining. And until next time, brother.
Hey, peace.